Okay, so now we're going to talk about the transform tool, but in order to talk about transform, I actually want to talk a little bit about that lens correction. So I'm looking at this image right here, and I sort of see that it needs not only a crop to straighten things out, but you see how the buildings are falling backwards? We're going to use a combination of lens correction and then the transform tool to really do some cool work on this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my crop tool and I'm going to sort of straighten this out to look the way I want it to look. Boom. Great. And then let me just float myself on top here. Great. Okay. Then what I want to do is I want to go into my lens correction tool, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to enable my profile corrections. Just to sort of straighten out the edges, to sort of deal with that sort of distortion in both the vignette and the sharpness fall off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then what I want to do is I want to go down to transform. And you're going to see in transform that when I hover over these sliders, this is going to give me the ability to push and pull the image. So like a vertical transform, kind of like a film view camera, like a 4x5 camera with a movable back. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. You can also see the curve from my lens correction. And then what's really important is I'm going to hit constrain crop. And then that's going to take out any of the white. I also can do something, I can try the auto function. And the auto function is going to maybe try and push things both vertically and horizontally. So I'm going to actually, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to maybe push this forward a little bit. I also can go on a horizontal axis, so if I'm not perfectly parallel to these things, I can move that. And you're going to see that this moves in powers of 5 as I use the arrow keys. I can also go in here and fine-tune the rotation. And I just want to show you that you can sort of see that you've sort of straightened up this building in, I think, a pretty impressive way. Another tool that you can use to check this is we can go to this Y of Y. And what it's going to do is it's going to show me the before any editing and the after any editing. So I can compare in that window. And you can actually do this for all the other tools. But you can really see that this picture on the right now looks a little more precise. It looks a little more interesting. I can also do this again with another image. So I'm going to maybe move over to this next image. You can see that there is a ton of distortion. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to even hit the auto and see what happens. And then once that happens, I might push this forward. Now you do see that it is going to crop the upper part of this image, and so that might not be satisfactory for you, but I just wanted to show you that transform tool can be really powerful for getting things perfectly straight and perfectly aligned. This is going to really help, especially if you're doing like architectural photography.